Hello and welcome, I am Raziel, and Burnout Paradise was released 14 years ago, developed by Criterion and published by EA, back in 2008. I am very shocked that 2008 was 14 years ago. An open world racing game set in the fictional Paradise City. For this review I have played Paradise City on the PlayStation 3, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. This is all to make sure what I say is a correct opinion on graphics and gameplay. For clarity, I have also played it on the Xbox 360. Now, the story. Ha! It has a story. No, it doesn't. That is funny. Is that you have to go through races to level up your license from a learner's permit to elite. Elite is being 100% completion. It is not really a story, or is it really a plot? It's not much actually, it's more of a record keeping of your accomplishments. It is a fun method too, as your license actually does change with each upgrade. Now, to add to the license upgrade, there's also cars to unlock. There is 74 of these fuckers too to unlock. Fuck me, 74 cars. And you can unlock some by completing the license or a certain race. Now, the cars you unlock with a license upgrade sometimes become available in the junkyard straight away. However, ones you unlock by races, you have to find and just smash them off the fucking road. Because this game's all about crashes, and you can win ones in a duel. This is basically a mini-boss. But then, once you've won it, they're a little bitch and they decide to fuck off, and you have to smash them off the road too. Anyway, so throughout Burnout Paradise, there is a number of different type of races. There is races, there is where in which the AI fucking cheats. Okay, it's not as bad as Blood Bowl cheats, but it's like a sneaky half a second head start. Anyway, and there's my favourite, Road Rage, you know, where you have to be a menace on the roads. And Marked Man, where everyone but you is the menace on the road. The Marked Man is one of the most taxing, and you cannot be destroyed while you try to make it to a certain point. The AI in the Marked Man races are highly aggressive, and I am not even joking. They will just slam into you constantly. Nice little bit of advice I would give you on this one: try and find the shortcuts, because they tend not to use those, and they tend to be a bit of a safer route. But like I said, they tend not to, but doesn't mean they don't. And there's a stunt run, which is literally what it is. I mean, like, it's called a stunt run, like it's a race. What do you think it's going to be? But anyway, those, and that's a bit of a taster because there is a little bit more to offer. So, the cars, as I said, there are 74 to unlock, and the one to begin with are 75 in total. They range from the big ass vans to prototype sports cars, and because they're not licensed cars, this kind of gives Criterion a carte blanche to really make some great looking vehicles too. You can see the real world inspiration in some of them, and they look cool, and they all handle differently. This is mainly due to their class. There is, as obviously just said, different classes. You have speed, aggression and stunt. You need to swap for different races too. If you use speed once for Marked Man or Road Rage, you're going to have a bad time, as these light builds mean you will be taken out very quickly. If you use aggression for the stunt or races, their lack of speed and weight the vehicle are going to ruin your day too. So each vehicle really does have its own race. Well, each class of vehicle really has its own race, obviously. This mechanic forces you to change your car, and it stops you relying heavily on a single one. It also means there is no real OP car that will win every race for you either. The controls are spot on. For every release I have played, I'm not even joking, they are just smooth and they are responsive, and with each car having its own weight and you're adjusting to that car. The arcadey feel and speed adds to these controls too. Do you know what? I have never thought or blamed them for me fucking up. It has always been my fault, you know, from taking my off road for a split second to, you know, to look at the minimap to just find out where you're going, to accidentally pressing boost and colliding into a wall. That was quite funny, to be honest with you, just smack a you know. Anyway, also there's the shortcuts without the races too. This is something I should have mentioned and I didn't write in my script, but I'll write it here. So basically, when you're racing, you can use the minimap and you can go anywhere. There is no set track. Basically, you go point A to point B during a race and you get to go there however you wish. It's a good way to look through some shortcuts, but you have to come first. I love it when you have to come first. See, if you're second, you lose. Like, there's no, you have to come first and they won. And someone like me, when it's a racing game, it's highly competitive. It's like this, where I literally have to come first in every single race, including, by the way, the reason I have only rage quit 2 games, Blood Bowl being one of them because it's a fucking awful game, and 2 would be Mario Kart Double Dash. And the reason I rage quit that one and actually breaking that GameCube out of it was because I came second on my final race in the 150cc Mirror Mode All-Star Cup. I think it's the All-Star Cup. It's the final cup. I got blue shelled and I just managed to make it second, and I rage quit and I just literally launched my controller at the GameCube, breaking the GameCube, but the controller survived. Anyway, so I don't... Coming first in a game like this always does make me really happy, because it means it really talks to my competitive side. Anyway, back to review as I was saying. Right. So, well, as I said, the controls are really good, and I've not felt cheated, or like I said, I've never blamed the controls at all. I've never blamed them for being bad. They've always been really good. So, we also have the boost. As for the boost. Burnout Paradise is a fast game, and you really feel the speed. Then you press the boost button, and you are going through hyperspace on the Millennium Falcon. The boost bar is filled by you being a danger to society and driving recklessly. If you are using a speed class car, you boost while putting people's lives in danger. You will burn out and refill, causing you to have multiple boosts in succession. It's pretty good. Anyway. Also, as something else to have, they kind of have a Demon Souls saving progress. Right, so I've got another bit of a tangent. So, those who don't know, Demon Souls saves constantly. It's always saving your game, no matter what you're doing. It's saving. So when you die, you basically you cannot restart that part. That you can't, jump out and back in. Same with Burnout Paradise City. It's constantly saving the game. When you do anything, it will save the game. So you can't rage quit and go, look, it never happened. It happened. It has happened. The only time this kind of works is like if you come second, or you have to literally quit out of the middle of a game, of a race, to go back in. But you have to start from the beginning, and you have to, which is usually at a junkyard, and there's 2 of them. I know I've saw the map, so it really ends up being a pain in the ass if you do that just to find the race you were doing, because there's lots of races and they're all at intersections for where to start. So, and that's how it works. It's this constant saving, which really works, and I like that because it means you can't just rage quit, because you're going to lose so much progression straight away, because you have to find your race again, and etc, etc. Anyway, as I was saying, while you're boosting in the speed class cars, you put lives in danger, you will burn out and refill, causing you to multiple boosts in succession. It's cool, I love it. Anyway, Paradise City is absolutely gorgeous. It's a fantastic looking game. And that's not just the cars, but the actual open world too. For a world that you spend most of your time just speeding through, it looks amazing. And sometimes you just have to stop and take in the view. It is a world full of life. There is collectibles and people actually on the road who aren't racing, to make sure that you smash into things more often. Because crashing is a big part of this game. I prefer it to end it here, but literally it is better for you to smash into. As I said, there's collectibles. These are billboards you should have to smash through, fences to destroy, and super jumps to make. The problem is that it's kind of short for an open world game. And right, so just so you know, I'm at a license A. God, I should have written this better. At 12 hours. Now, this is not my first playthrough on this one. Like I've said, I've played many other ways. And to 12 hours, I am almost 100% completion. I got 2 more licenses to get, which are Burnout and Elite. And if I am to be generous and just double my time, so make it around, let's round up, just over 12 hours, so let's say 25 hours for a completionist run. That is quite short for a open world game. I mean, it's a great open world game, it's great fun to play, and like I said, I started it many times, and I love playing this game. And it is by far my favourite racer. It's simple to pick up, and it does eat your time while you're playing it. My preference actually is on the Switch, or well, more specifically the Switch Lite, because I feel playing Burnout Paradise portably is the best way to play. This is one of the few games that I've actually downloaded for my Switch, because it's always there, and if it doesn't matter what else I'm playing, I always find time to play Burnout Paradise, and I'm always restarting it as well. I'm always starting new games just to go through it again and again, and just, oh gosh, it's such a great game. I love it. Anyway, as I said, it's that's my favourite way to play it. It remasters on newer consoles such as the Switch, the Xbox One, and PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4, 5, and Xbox Series X come with the DLCs such as Surf City or Big Surf City. You also add more cars and bikes, which are great. The bikes are really good as well. Unfortunately, there's not much racing to do with bikes. Bit of a shame, but they are really cool and a good way to go around the city. Paradise is definitely a game I would recommend on any system, and I love it. It's a fantastic game. I really enjoy it. And thank you very much for watching this review on Burnout Paradise. Honestly, this is more of a Switch review, to be honest with you. Just kind of because this is how I play it the most. Let's play it on a Switch. This is a Switch review. And though you are watching the Xbox One series, Xbox One version this time. And yeah, honestly, great game. Right, if you like Warhammer 40k and Warhammer, down below is a link to Element Games where you can get up to 25% off. My comic and my t-shirts are also down below if you want to support me in a bit more personal way. And Forbidden Planet if you like comics. And if you want to give me money just because, there is also Patreon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a good day. I'll speak to you again soon.
The Janssen P12 has been delivered to your junkyard.